Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in the previous class we have learned how to measure line segments using ruler or a scale. Yes. Now let us learn about some common errors. Errors are nothing but the mistakes that we might make while measuring the length of a line segment using a ruler. Okay children, and these errors can be applied not only to line segments but also when we are using the ruler to measure the length of different objects, such as measuring the length of a book or a pen or a pencil. So even while measuring the length of those objects, we have to keep in mind that we do not make or commit these errors and mistakes. So what is the common error that people tend to make? Measuring from the end of the ruler instead of 0. So take care to start measuring from 0. So what are they saying? Suppose if this is my line segment, see, from where should we start measuring? The end point should coincide with 0. So if not, if you place your ruler, or if you place the ruler below the line segment such that the end points are coinciding, the end point of the line segment and also the end point of the ruler are coinciding, then this will be wrong. So always take care that you are starting the measurement from 0. The end point should coincide with 0. So similarly, if you have a pencil, do not place your pencil like this. Do not place the pencil near the end of the scale. Always start from the 0 mark. Okay children, always start from the 0 mark. So this is the first and the most common error people tend to make. Instead of measuring from 0, they sometimes start measuring from the edge of the scale, which is false and which is not correct. Now coming to the next one, counting the lines instead of spaces. Take care not to count the line showing 0. The correct measurement here is 5 centimeters. Now what are they? Here, see children, you are measuring the length of this line segment. So what happens is sometimes we tend to count the lines. This is the length of line segment. It is starting here and it is ending here. So what happens is sometimes we start counting the lines. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We might say that the length of our line segment is 7 centimeters. By counting the lines, we got that the length is 7 centimeters. But this is wrong. Whenever you are measuring the length of any object or any line segment using a ruler, you should always count the spaces. 1 space, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You must always count the number of spaces between the lines but not the lines. Understood, right? If I count the number of lines, my measurement was 7 centimeters, but if I count the number of spaces in between these lines, the measurement is 6 centimeters, which is the correct and the actual measurement. Okay, so in short, what should we remember about measurement of line segments using scales is that one end point of the line segment should coincide with 0 on the scale, should coincide with 0 but not the edge. Yes. Now when one end is at 0, then the length of the line segment, what will it become? We have to look at the other end. Where it is stopping, that will become our length of the given line segment. Here the other end point is coinciding with 6. So the length of the line segment becomes 6 centimeters. Suppose if you are having a length line segment like this, which is starting at 8 centimeters and stopping at 12 centimeters. Now how will you measure the length of this one, children? Again, as we have discussed, we have to count the number of spaces. 1, 2, 3 and 4. By counting the number of spaces, we can say that the length of the line segment is 4 centimeters. If not, another way to find out the length is, so here one end point is at 8 and the other end point is at 12. Yes, one end point is at 8 and the other end point is at 12. So subtract these two measures, 12 minus 8. When we subtract, the answer would be 4. So the length of this line segment is equal to 4 centimeters. Is this clear, children? If you want to find out the length of line segment whose end point is not coinciding with 0. So it is starting at 8 and ending at 12. Now for this, what are we doing? We are subtracting the measurements at both the ends. 12 minus 8 is equal to 4 centimeters. So the length of this line segment, which is starting at 8 centimeters and ending at 12, will be equal to 4 centimeters. Now again, if you look at the upper line segment here, children, see, it is starting at 0. So it is correct. But it is not starting at the edge, but it is starting at 0. So it is correct. Now for the other end point, where is it stopping? Here it is coinciding with this line. Now what will be the length of this line segment, children? It is crossing 2. It is crossing 2 centimeters. So 2 point, after 2, how many lines does it have? 1 and 2. After 2, see, I'll erase. After 2, where is it stopping? It is stopping after 2 lines. 1, 2. So the length of our given line segment becomes 2.2 centimeters. Is this clear, children? 2 centimeters and 2 millimeters. We have discussed in the previous class already. So 2.2 is nothing but 2 centimeters. That is these big lines. After point we are having again 2. So that means after the line of 2, the line segment stops at 2 lines. So the length of the given line segment becomes 2.2 centimeters. I hope this is clear. How to measure the length of a given line segments and what are the common errors that people tend to make and how to avoid them. Now coming to the next one, drawing the line segment of a given length. Now how to draw a line segment? To draw a line segment which is 9.2 centimeters long. So our question here is, we have to draw a line segment whose length is 9.2 centimeters. That is the line segment which is 9.2 centimeters long. Now place the ruler. For drawing such a line segment, what are the steps to be followed, children? Place the ruler on a sheet of paper and mark a point O and name it. See here, we are placing the ruler. Yes, at 0 centimeters. At 0 centimeters, we have to mark a point. Why at 0 centimeters? Because even in the previous slide just now we have learned that when we are measuring the length of a line segment, we always make sure that the end point is coinciding with 0. So for our line segment that we are going to draw, we have to make sure that our one end point is at 0 centimeters. So at 0 centimeters we are making a point and we are giving it a name, that is capital A. Not only A, you can give the name you can give the point any other name of your choice. You can use any other alphabet and name it as A. This is our first step. Now next, mark another point B against the 9.2 centimeter mark. Yes, as we know that line segment has two endpoints, say A and B. Now we know that the first endpoint always coincides with the 0 centimeters. So we have marked the point at 0 centimeters. Now what about the other endpoint? How long should this line segment be? Now for this, if we look into the question, they have clearly given us that the length is 9.2 centimeters. Yes, children, they have given us that the length is 9.2 centimeters. So our other endpoint B will be against the 9.2 centimeter mark. See here. What is 9.2 now? 9.2 is nothing but 9.2. What did we learn, children? Here the 9 is nothing but the 9 centimeter mark. Now 2 means after the 9 centimeter marks at the second line. See, 1 and 2. Yes or no? 9 centimeters, 2 millimeters. So this is 9 centimeters and the second line here represents 2 millimeters. So as in the question they have given us that the length of the line segment should be equal to 9.2 centimeters. We are marking B at 9.2 centimeters. Suppose if it was given as 6 centimeters, then we would have marked here at 6. Yes, if it was 4, we would have marked here. So like this, depending on the length given in the question, we have to mark our other endpoint. Now step 3. Join the points A and B using the ruler. AB is the required line segment of length 9.2 centimeters. Now we have both the endpoints. The only step remaining is to join these two line segments using the ruler itself. Why are we using the ruler? Because we get a straight line when we use the ruler. Yes or no? So we'll join point A and point B. Now what is the result of this? The resultant line is our required line segment AB, whose length is equal to 9.2 centimeters. The endpoints are A and B. So the line segment is named as line segment AB. So line segment AB, that is equal to 9.2. So this is line. Line segment AB is equal to 9.2 centimeters. So this line that we have drawn will be our required line segment. So again, before moving on to the next topic, let us revise the steps for drawing a line segment of given length. First, we have to place the ruler and then mark a point at 0 centimeters and name it. And then we have to mark another point with the required length that is asked in the question. Yes or no? We have to mark another point. And lastly, when we join these two endpoints, we will get our desired line segment with the required length given in the question. Okay, children? Now coming to exercise problems. Measuring the lengths of the line segments. It's not measuring, it is measure. Measure the lengths of the line segments given below and write the length in the boxes. Now this is what you have to do. At home, you can draw different line segments. Just simply draw line segments and then with the help of ruler or a scale, that is nothing but a scale, try to measure the lengths of those line segments. So what are the steps for measuring the length of line segments? See, I'll place my ruler here against the line segment such that one end point is coinciding with 0. Suppose this is 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters. Now when my one end point is coinciding with 0, so I'll have to look for the other end point, that is P here. It is coinciding with the 5 centimeter mark. So the length of the required line segment OP will be equal to 5 centimeters. Isn't this correct? Yes. So again for LM, place the ruler against the line segment such that one end point coincides with 0. Then let us say 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the other end point M is coinciding with the 4 centimeter mark. So the length of our line segment LM becomes 4 centimeters. Now even for LM. So like this, children, with the help of a scale, we can easily find the length of the given line segments. Now next question 2. Draw the line segments of the given lengths using a ruler. Now again for this, what are the steps that we need to follow? Always the first step is, suppose this is a ruler or a scale. Okay. 7 centimeters, right? They have asked for 7 centimeters. Okay. Now, the required length of the line segment is 7 centimeters. So, always the first step would be to mark a point at 0 centimeters and name it as something, say X. Now, the next step is what is dependent on the given length. The given length is 7 centimeters. So at 7 centimeters we'll mark our other endpoint, that is y. Yes or no, children? In the question it is clearly given as 7 centimeters. So at 7 centimeters we'll mark the point as y. Now the third and final step is to join these two endpoints. When we join our two endpoints x and y, then we are ready with our required line segment xy, whose length is equal to 7 centimeters. Yes, so similarly in the same way for 11.5 centimeters. Now for 11.5 centimeters what should we do? Suppose this is 11, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay children, just okay. 1, 11.5. Yes, so this is the 11. So 11.5, that means at the fifth line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our fifth line. So here will be our end point. Here will be our end point. So 11, one end point will be at 0 centimeters as usual. It will be the same for all the line segments. The first point will always mark at 0 centimeters. Now that will be A, point A. Now this point B we are marking here. That is nothing but 11.5 centimeters. After 11 centimeters at the fifth line. Now coming to the next one, 8.7. Wait a minute children. 8.7. So this is 8 and 9 centimeters. Again, the first end point is at 0 centimeters. Now coming to the next one, it is 8.7. So 8 centimeters. This is our 8 centimeters. After 8, count 7 small lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is our 7th line. So here will be our other end point, that is B. Now after that, when we join these two endpoints A and B, we have our line segment with the required length, that is 8.7 centimeters. Yes. Now similarly for what do we have next? 14.2 centimeters. Let me erase. Yes. So 14.2 centimeters. 14 and 15 centimeters. So 14. After 14 centimeters, the second line. 1, 2. So here we'll mark our point, that is the other end point B. Now this is our 14.2 centimeter mark. Now after marking, join both the end points, then we have our required line segment AB with the length 14.2 centimeters. I hope this is clear children. Both measuring the length of a line segment and also drawing a line segment of given length. Coming to fill in the blanks. A line segment has dash endpoints. See, this is our line segment. Yes. Now just by looking at it, can you tell me how many endpoints does it have? Yes, it has 1 and 2. A line segment has 2 endpoints. That is correct. Now coming to question 2. A line has dash endpoints. This is a line. Does a line have any endpoint, children? We have already discussed. No. A line has no endpoints, or a line has 0 endpoints. It can extend indefinitely on both the sides. There is no end to it. It can extend indefinitely on both the sides. Is this clear? So a line has no or 0 endpoints. Coming to the true or false statements. First one, the length of a line cannot be measured. Yes, this is true. This is true. Why? Because just now we have learned that the length of the line is not finite. It cannot be measured. Why? Because it has no endpoints and can extend indefinitely on both the sides. So we cannot measure the length of the given line. So the statement A becomes true. Coming to B, the length of the book cannot be measured using a ruler. Is this correct, children? This is false. Even if you want, you can try. You'll have a book at your home and also a ruler. Take a ruler and measure the length of the book. it can be done very easily. So the statement B becomes false. I hope this is clear. This is all about lines and line segments. Now identify and write the line segments of the following figure in your notebook. So from the following figure, that is from this figure, we have to identify line segments. This line segment HA, we have FA, we have FD, we have FG, we have CG, CE, BE and HB line segments. These are all the line segments, and apart from this, look on the inside also. Line segment AB, line segment BC, line segment DC and line segment AD. So these are all the line segments that can be identified from the following figure. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 line segments. Now again we have another similar question. Here the center, from the endpoint O, many line segments are drawn. What are they? OL, OK, line segment OJ, line segment OI, line segment ON and line segment OM. So these are drawn from the endpoint O. And apart from this, again these are also joined. MN, NI, IJ, KJ, LK and LM. Line segment LM. So all these are the different line segments that can be identified from the following figure. I hope this is clear, children. Now coming to the next topic, that is closed and open curves. Open curves. Curves whose ends do not meet. Open. Open means what? See here, this is open. Here we are having a space to enter through. So this is called as a open curve. These ends do not meet. So this is one end, this is the other end. Are they meeting? No, they are not meeting. In your previous class, I think in your third class, you might have learnt about open figures and closed figures. So this is something that is very similar to closed and open curves. So here the two ends are not meeting each other. So this is called as an open curve. Again, this is one end and this is the other end. They are not meeting each other. If I extend this end and take it further so that it meets the other end. See, now this becomes a closed curve. Again, here also the both ends are not meeting each other. So this is again an open curve. So this is how you distinguish between an open curve and closed curve. How? Depending on the ends. When the two ends of a given curve do not meet each other, they do not meet each other, such curves are called as open curves. So obviously what will be the closed curves? Closed curves are those whose ends meet. See here, children, suppose if I start drawing from here, see, when I complete, again my ending point is also meeting the starting point. Again, if I start drawing from here, yes, drawing, again at the end I am meeting my starting point again. Yes or no? So like this, the ends of these curves are meeting. The ends of these curves meet, hence they are called as closed figures. As the ends of the curves meet, they form a closed figure, that is nothing but they are also called as closed curves. Now exercise 11.2. Identify open and closed curves in the following figures and write them in the space provided. So coming to the first one, is this open or closed? It is closed. Yes, there are no open or loose ends. The ends are meeting each other. So it's a closed curve. Coming to 2, Again 2 is also a closed curve. See, the ends are meeting. So this is also again closed. Now coming to 3, the ends are not meeting. The ends are not meeting. So it is an open curve. Coming to 4, this ends are meeting here again. See, if I start drawing from here, again the ends are meeting. So this is a closed curve. Now coming to 5, the ends are not meeting. So it's an open curve. Coming to 6, again the ends are not meeting. So it's an open curve. Then 7, the ends are meeting. Suppose I am starting here again and ending here. The ends are meeting. So it is closed curve. Again for our figure 8 also, the ends meet each other. The ends meet each other. So it is also a closed curve, children. So these are the basics of what is an open curve and what is a closed curve. And also, what did we learn today? We have learned the common errors that we might make while measuring the length of line segments using rulers. And also we have learned how to draw a line segment of the given length using a ruler. And also we've learned about the basics of open and closed